Is hell a pit of fire and torment for eternity, or something completely different? This question has puzzled theologians, scholars, and believers for centuries. The traditional image of hell as a place of eternal suffering, with flames and devils, is deeply ingrained in many cultures. But is this depiction accurate, or is it a product of artistic imagination and cultural evolution? What if what you've been told isn't what the Bible actually says? The Bible, a complex and ancient text, has been interpreted in various ways over millennia. Different translations and cultural contexts have shaped our understanding of its messages, including the concept of hell. For centuries, hell has been imagined as a fiery underworld, devils with pitchforks, rivers of flame, endless screams. These vivid and terrifying images have been popularized through art, literature, and even modern media. Dante's Inferno, for example, has had a profound impact on how people visualize hell. But these images? They came from art, not scripture. The Bible's descriptions of the afterlife are often more nuanced and less graphic than the depictions found in medieval and Renaissance art. These artistic interpretations were influenced by the cultural and religious contexts of their times. In the Old Testament, the word Sheol is used, not a place of punishment, but a shadowy realm of the dead. Sheol is often described as a place where all the dead go, regardless of their moral conduct in life. It is a place of stillness and darkness, not fiery torment. A resting place, not torture. This concept of Sheol contrasts sharply with the later Christian idea of hell as a place of eternal punishment. It reflects a different understanding of the afterlife, one that is more about rest and less about retribution. Jesus spoke of Gehenna, a valley outside Jerusalem used to burn trash. Gehenna, or the Valley of Hinnom, was a real place with a grim history. It was associated with the burning of refuse and, according to some sources, even human sacrifices in ancient times, a symbol of destruction, not torture chambers. When Jesus referred to Gehenna, he was using a powerful metaphor that his audience would have understood. It was a warning about the consequences of moral failure, not a literal description of an afterlife location. When he warned of hellfire, he was using a real, earthly place as a warning. This use of vivid imagery was meant to convey the seriousness of his message, not to provide a detailed map of the afterlife. The word hell, we know today, comes from translations. Greek Hades, Hebrew Sheol, and Gehenna all got lumped together. Each of these terms has its own distinct meaning and cultural background, but over time they have been conflated into a single concept of hell. But they meant different things. Hades, for example, was the Greek underworld, a place where all souls went after death. It was not necessarily a place of punishment. Similarly, Sheol was a neutral place of the dead, and Gehenna was a metaphor for destruction. Some theologians argue the Bible teaches annihilation, not eternal torment, but a complete end of existence. This view, known as annihilationism, suggests that the wicked will be completely destroyed rather than subjected to endless suffering. The wages of sin is death, not eternal burning. Romans 6:23. This verse is often cited by proponents of annihilationism to support their interpretation of the Bible's teachings on the fate of the wicked. So why does this matter? Our beliefs about hell influence our understanding of justice, mercy, and the nature of God. If we view hell as a place of eternal torment, it shapes our perception of divine justice and the consequences of sin. Because how we view justice, mercy, and God's nature is shaped by what we believe about the afterlife. A belief in eternal torment can lead to a more fear-based approach to faith, while a belief in annihilation or a more metaphorical understanding of hell can foster a different perspective on divine justice and mercy. Truth deserves clarity, even when it's uncomfortable. Examining our beliefs about hell can be challenging, but it is an important part of understanding our faith and the messages of the Bible. What do you believe about hell? Comment below. We invite you to share your thoughts and engage in this important conversation. Your perspective matters, and together we can explore these profound questions. Like this video if you learned something new, and subscribe for more truths hidden in plain sight. Knowledge is power. By subscribing, you'll join a community dedicated to uncovering the deeper meanings within ancient texts and exploring the rich tapestry of human belief. The Bible also mentions the lake of fire in the book of Revelation. This is often interpreted as the final destination for the wicked after the last judgment. However, interpretations vary, with some seeing it as a literal place of eternal fire, while others view it as a symbolic representation of ultimate destruction. Revelation 20 verse 14 states, "Then death and Hades were thrown into the lake of fire." The lake of fire is the second death. This passage has been the subject of much debate, with some theologians arguing that the second death signifies complete annihilation rather than eternal suffering. The concept of hell has evolved over time, influenced by various religious, cultural, and historical contexts. Early Christian writings, such as those by church fathers like Augustine and Origen, also contributed to the development of the doctrine of hell. Augustine, for instance, emphasized the idea of eternal punishment, while Origen suggested that all souls might eventually be reconciled with God. The diversity of interpretations highlights the complexity of the topic. Some modern theologians and scholars advocate for a more metaphorical understanding of hell, seeing it as a state of separation from God, rather than a physical place of torment. Ultimately, the question of what hell truly is remains open to interpretation. The Bible provides various descriptions and metaphors, leaving room for different perspectives. What is clear, however, is that the concept of hell has profound implications for our understanding of justice, morality, and the nature of the divine. As we continue to explore these ancient texts and their meanings, we gain deeper insights into our beliefs and the values that shape our lives. Whether we view hell as a place of eternal punishment, a metaphor for ultimate destruction, or a state of separation from God, it challenges us to reflect on our actions and their consequences. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more explorations into the hidden truths of ancient texts. Together we can uncover the deeper meanings and enrich our understanding of the world and our place in it.